getting threats by grown men. By grown men. And I'm literally going to my ex-husband. Keep in mind, me and Iman are on good terms. I didn't even know we was beefing. So I hit him on some like, hey, baby daddy, what's going on? Like, yo, like, people's putting out these blogs. And then, you know, somebody's kind of sending me a little bit of proof that you're paying to ship this stuff around to promote and help trend your name. Like, you know, I'm like, but I don't want to believe that it's you because we're in such a great space. Like, I got love for you for real, for real. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I got love for you for real, for real. So I just like want to know if you could like stand up for me. Cause I mean, I feel like I've been standing up for you. For you to say I've been protecting you by staying silent. That's so like passive aggressive and like, what you trying to say? You protecting me by staying silent. You're protecting me by making me look like I took everything from you.
Well, hell, you did. So she trying to call this ninja now. They are divorced and you call him when you are in danger. And then you try to drag the kids in. No, somebody trying to jump on you. You up here arguing with some grown men or whatever you was doing. Why you call your ex-husband and say, hey, these ninjas trying to jump on me. All right. And you say he's supposed to still protect you and his kids and his family. Y'all.
Yeah, he has no obligation to protect Teyana Taylor at all. And that's a big form of manipulation. And if any man has ever dealt with a woman like that, you know exactly what type of time she was on in the relationship. And that's some draining shit to deal with. I'm not gonna lie. When you see a woman that look like Teyana Taylor, looks wise, gorgeous, sexy as hell, body banging, body crazy, but she can never keep anybody. And off the rip, I can already peep and understand why. Off the rip, I see how her personality is. She hella aggressive. She look like she get hella disrespectful. She got a crazy mouth on her, and I'm not talking in a sexual way. And that just ain't nobody gonna want to deal with that. You know, they'll deal with you because you fine as hell, but after they done hit a good amount of times and that initial spunk goes away, you know that when you first dealing with a woman, you got that desire and it's just like, oh, hell yeah, this that new pussy. Once that shit go away, then it come down to just actually being interested in you as a person outside of sex. And if you the type of woman that's carrying yourself, moving like that, you always got a loud mouth, you always argumentative, you got shit to say, you try to be manipulative, especially to somebody who has any sense, they gonna peep that and they gonna be out. They gonna be on the first train out. And that's why I like I say, I could see right now, she hard to deal with if in an actual relationship. You could just have fun with Teyana Taylor, but you try to deal with her seriously. And she was with another man at the time, the Mufasa dude. I'll be damned if you gonna call me when you in danger, when you got a whole nother man that you dealing with. Call that nigga. Now, when it comes to the kids, I'm there. If it's a real situation where my kids are in danger, there ain't no question about it, I'm there. But you got to figure some shit out. And like I said, you got a whole another man. Call him. What the fuck you calling me for? So that right there ain't gonna fly.
Now the family, you forfeit that experience. You divorced him.
You lost that covering.
Mm-hmm.
It's complicated now. You know what I mean? For one, if you were his wife, you don't need to be up here beefing with other adults. You need to stay in the background like a wife. But you're not that. Obviously, that's why you divorced. You're a big, strong boy. Now stand on that. I ain't trying to hear nothing she got to say. Then she take like all this daggone brother's money. You done left him. Start dealing with that other celebrity dude, the Mufasa guy. Nah, it don't work like that.
Yeah.
Down with gynocratic order. Down for men being at the bottom of the totem poles, being millionaire crash outs. Absolutely.
Are you serious? Do you realize even when I made the post to say I not too much of my best friend, that was to give you a clean slate to do what you wanted to do, whether that was move on, get it right, fight for your family, whatever it was. I gave you a clean slate without people having to bash you. You were caught in the scandal around the time I made that announcement. Not me.
Shut your ass up. Well, I'm saying shut your ass up because there's no disrespect towards her directly. Promise. She's a mother. Yes, she deserves to feel safe. The kid's safe. All that's fine. Boom. That out the way. You got on every podcast and talk show about how you and dude was so happy. Everybody was backing you. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm so joyful. I'm just on to better and bigger things, and I'm doing this. Oh, girl, I'm so proud of you. You dubbed my nigga Iman, and I'm Team Shump. I've been Team Shump forever. Shout out, bro. You dubbed, bro. You took all this money, all the cars, whatever it is. You let it get publicized in the worst way, making him seem like he's a bad dad when he's not, and we all know he's not. And now you talking about protection and needing his help. You motherfuckers got to stop that stupid ass shit, bro.
Not only that, she then proceeded. I don't know if they're gonna show this, but she asked him to let her get her back cracked in peace. You say some shit like that to me, but want to call me for help after we done divorced and you done took $10 million in cash from me, over $25 million in cash in assets combined, 4 houses, like cars. Like, come on, man. Get the fuck off my phone line with that bullshit. And that's how most men gonna feel. Like I said, unless it come down to the kids, don't hit my line with that bullshit. I don't want to deal with none of your drama, none of your craziness, none of your narcissism, none of your manipulation. Nothing that has anything to do with you outside of them kids is a concern to me.
Y'all gotta stop that stupid ass shit. And now you look crazy up there. You do. You look crazy up there. Get it together. That's not the Teyana we know. Get it together.
Lose her mind.
You dubbed Shump hella hard. Had the kids talking to him crazy on the show. Hurt my heart because I'm a girl dad. I'm like, damn, they talking to bro crazy. And she doing it too in front of millions of people.
All that. They emasculated this man in front of the public. His own kids, his daughters, they start acting like her. So he had, I think it's 2 little girls. They was talking to him. This dude like 6'6" standing there, telling him, shut up, no. And she in there talking to him crazy. I mean, I don't know how a man can live like that.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
And again, we call it down the middle. She wrong and he wrong too. He signed up for it. You can't feel sorry for a man. He knew what he was getting into. He was getting into when he got with her, and he fell for what society deems to be a pretty face and a big butt. She built like a goddess for sure. But man, is it worth it?
It ain't a big butt, but she fine.
Look over time. Look over history. Somebody got tired of Halle Berry. Somebody got tired of Beyonce.
For every fine woman that you can find on this earth, there's a man out there that's sick of her shit. That's basically what they saying. That's the quote they looking for. And it's true. You have all the time, you have men like, I know those niggas that used to look at me and my ex like, boy, that nigga ain't. She might have, we not doing this and that. He's not touching me. Boy, you ain't what? Yeah, gang, you don't know what the fuck I'm going through with her. You don't know how it really is. Because you on the outside looking in, you just thinking from a lust perspective. So, a lot of times niggas will look like, oh, you ain't got this going on with your nigga ain't doing this. He not touching, he not this, he not what? Gang, you have no motherfucking clue what's going on over here. You only speaking from the perspective of a horny nigga because you want to get your dick wet. But to a man that's already been there and done hit 1,000 times, it ain't just about getting your dick wet at that point. So once you get past that initial awe of sexual lust, once you get past that lust and you can see a person for what they really are, you like, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. You know what I'm saying? So, like he say, for every fine woman out there was a man that got tired of her shit. It don't matter how fine you is. If you ain't a good person, you're not a good woman, nobody want to deal with that shit.
Physical, I don't know. I always been wired this way. You can look good, but you open your mouth and I start to hear your thoughts.
Exactly.
You go from being
10
to a
2.
3.
Yeah, he was generous.
Let's Miss X say there's levels to men. Every man should think that way, but these ninjas be smitten.
Now you up there, bro, with the deep voice and the green eyes, and he makes me feel so happy and so secure. And it's a new relationship. Shut the fuck up. Go ask the new niggas y'all run off with to take care of that shit you need. Since you so fucking, you feel me? I'm going, cuz.
So it's just like, I don't understand what the issue is. And like I said, above all, we wound up going to court. I watched you say some really, really hurtful and nasty things about me, dead smacked in front of my face, and I still gave you grace. I still was cordial with you. I still was graceful.
Yeah,
so
it's
y'all
called
not
being
gonna sit here
adult.
and act like, one, I tried to take him for everything he got because I walked away with what I came in with. Iman walked away with all his cars. I walked away with all my cars. Iman walked away with all his properties. I walked away with all my properties. Iman walked away with a car that I bought him. I walked away with a car that he bought me. We both bought each other old school cars. That's on the internet. That's clear. That's clear. But let's also, we're not going to sit here and make it seem like Teyana's using Iman for anything. Like,
well, hell, y'all see the report attached to it. Iman said in recent interview, he'll never enter another marriage because marriage failed him and left him with nothing. All right. He says, when I was married, I trusted my wife with everything. I loved her. So I put all my money into a joint account because I believe we were building a future together. I never imagined things would end this way. He says, after our divorce was finalized, I had to give up a huge part of what I worked so hard for. She received over $25 million in cash and assets. Man, he says, including $10 million in cash. He says 4 houses worth around $10 million, a Maybach, a Mercedes Sprinter, and even a tour bus. He says, on top of that, I pay $8,000 a month in child support, and I also cover our children's school fees, medical expenses. So he says she also kept her own businesses. He says,
I don't know, unless somebody lying, I don't know. But if this is true, hey, if this is true, that's a motherfucking lie that y'all both came in and left with what y'all brought in. God damn. I mean, damn. Yeah, if that's true, then she was definitely bullshitting when she said that.
When everything was settled, I was left with about $2 million. I had no house. Looking back, I realized I made some financial decisions I probably shouldn't have made. He says it's a hard lesson, but one I've had to live with.
There you go. I don't know the details of their separation.
And this right here is why men are opting out of getting married from a legal standpoint. Now, I always said, if I get to a point where I love a woman, that's just how I feel in life. I'll get married with you, but it's going to be a spiritual ceremony, how it was since the beginning of the time, before the government was even a thing, before the government created contractual licenses in marriages. Before that, when you got married, it was just spiritual. It wasn't no government involved. We didn't have paperwork. It was literally just spiritual. We can have a ceremony. We can walk down the aisle. We can invite our families. We can do the whole nine, jump the broom, everything, read our vows. But it's going to be spiritual. It's not going to be through the government. And I think nowadays that's just the smartest thing to do. And if we want to separate and go our separate ways, we both can do that peacefully without having this ugly divorce lawyers and, you know what I'm saying, all this paperwork and spending all this money on the divorce lawyers and just going through a whole bunch of bullshit. We could just separate. And if you feel like you the type of woman that needs some type of financial security, you know, you can y'all can still get that if your husband love you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talk about that. Hey, I want to start this business. I want to do this. Let's start a trust fund for the kids. Let's do X, Y, and Z. Y'all figure that out on y'all own. But the government marriage, that shit is dead for me. Me personally, like I said, whoever my woman is that I settle down with, we can have all the ceremonies she want. We can do the whole thing. I'm going to make sure she's straight financially while we together and everything. But at the point where we are separated, I don't owe you anything from that point on, especially if you the one that break it off. That was your decision. And you should have your shit in order in line. Now, if you like a stay-at-home wife and your husband wants you to stay at home, I think that's a little different. But if it ain't that, nah.
Is it the stereotypical? Did he cheat? Is that what happened? You know what I mean? Listen here. Get an understanding.
Possibly.
You should have known the type of modern boss chick that Teyana Taylor is you was dealing with, brother.
Fact.
Yeah, I ain't trying to hear your tears. For real.
At the end of the day, yes, Iman made his money and so did I. I've been in this business since I was 15 years old. We're not going to act like my bank account is like, nah, we're not doing that. I've had several Jordans. I've had several movies, several deals, all still active. All still active. And the crazy part about it is I said nothing when him and his lawyer told the internet, oh, Teyana's making more money. Teyana's bringing more money a month in than Iman is. Just because Iman played ball don't mean that this is a thing where it's like I'm trying to take money off of him. Iman haven't played ball since 2020. So yes, actively during the divorce, I was bringing more money than him in. I am. So it's just like, how are we sitting here making it seem like I'm being a gold digger or taking from him? And we're not going to do that. I bought my tour bus with my hard-earned money. I bought my Sprinter with my hard-earned money. I bought my Maybach with my hard-earned money. I bought my Maybach after Iman crashed my Rolls Royce and never replaced it.
So what's the issue?
That I also bought.
Okay.
Okay, what are we talking about?
You sound well off. So
every single car that I walked away with, I literally paid for out of my pocket.
Okay. Sound good. Like you said, he said it was a joint account. He put all his money in there. You left with $10 million in cash alone. So what are you talking about? That a lot of that money was money he made from playing ball. Though granted, he been out of the league, retired for 6 years. He ain't making nearly what he was making. But, you know, a lot of the money that he made obviously was in the accounts.
It was in the account. And
that was a lot of money. Y'all was together.
Yeah,
so those are
you had access to the account. So you saying, no, I'm not taking nothing away from her. She for sure got her own bread. But you also had access to that man's money. And so when you was spending money, it wasn't just your bread. You was also spending his shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's between them. Of course, they did what they did in the divorce settlement. So, but yeah, I mean, it was a joint account. So you still had access to his money too. So it wasn't like you was literally just spending your own money. While granted, she do have her own money. She don't need his money. She got some of it for sure, but you know,
to assets and whatnot. And like he said, he made some bad decisions by putting it in an account with you.
There you go. He said, you know, he was very trusting and he thought this was forever. That I can ride that train. At the same time, 67 million. At the same time, as a man, if you know you're going to be out here and you are going to be exercising your options, you might want to be like, okay, I ain't about to put all my eggs in this marital basket because things may go south because of how I'm moving as a man. That's accountability.
That's real.
You see?
That's real. We got to hold bro accountable too. Now, I don't know. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I remember her saying it didn't have anything to do with infidelity. That's her word out of her own mouth. Now, I think it did, but I think she just wanted to jump in front of the story and make that not a thing, whether it be like just her ego or not trying to be embarrassed or not trying to have nobody feel like another woman, you know, had her husband's interest. So she might have just was like, no, I'm not going to say that. So, but it could have been that. But also the other thing is she said they used to fuck women together. They used to have threesomes, all kind of shit. So it could still happen. You could still go out and do your own thing and the woman still, you know, she feels some type of way because she probably like, hey, I'll let you have threesomes with me. So why would you go do that by yourself? We don't know what the real reason was, you know, but she did say it didn't have anything to do with cheating. That was her words. So in this case, it wouldn't be that based off of what she said herself.
I ain't doing all that because I still some loose cootie cut out here I'm trying to indulge in. And she got you. She played her cards perfectly. Yep. And she got you, Shumpert.
Out of my pocket. Now, at this point, I made myself clear. Y'all going to think what y'all want to think regardless. Y'all going to still run with y'all narratives because that's what people do. But one thing you will have clear is that Teyana ain't take nothing from Iman. Oh, and that $1 million, y'all claiming that 7-figure, 8-figure, it was a one-time fee of $1 million in damages. When Iman crashed the $400,000 Rolls Royce and Iman did whatever other stuff he did, that was the things he had to pay me back.
Okay,
Iman
that's reasonable.
left me with a whole lot of shit. That's another thing. Let's be clear with that too. When you're dividing marital assets, when you're dividing houses and stuff, if it's still bills a part of it, if it's still whatever taxes, who you think got to pay for that?
All right, I understand all that. I understand the divorce settlement and splitting assets up and, you know, owing another person money for damages, et cetera, et cetera. We cool with that. We get that. We see that happen. Y'all already settled that. That ain't even my issue watching this video. My issue is strictly her putting the responsibility of her safety on her ex-husband as if that's his responsibility. It's not. If it don't have anything to do with the kid's safety, he has no obligation to protect you, especially when you have another man. That's solely the only thing I'm focused on. I'm not focused on the divorce settlement and who got more money and who got what assets. That shit don't matter. They settled that. The issue is her having the audacity to feel like he was still obligated to protect her, and she had the right to call on him for that, especially while actively seeing somebody else and bigging up the nigga like he just the god of the world. Like, and you know women always do that. They knew nigga always the best nigga they ever had until he ain't. The new man always doing everything right and everything so perfect and he treat me so perfect until he ain't. You know, women, they jump off the rail with that shit quick. And you just be like, okay, I know how this play go. I'm just wait for the crash, wait for when the shit don't work out, because I know her. You know what I'm saying? It's always conveniently the best nigga ever when they get into something new. But you know people who have patterns like that, you don't stuck that shit. You know, okay, you talking shit. When I was with you, when we got together, I was the best nigga you had. Now you with this nigga, now he the best nigga you had, but nobody ever, it never work out. You can't keep nobody. So common denominator, you.
Just let's be clear. Bitch, you think auntie want to be stuck paying taxes and bills and da-da-da-da, boom, boom, boom? No. But guess what? I've been doing it. I've been doing it. So it's not a win-win for either one of us. At the end of the day,
I mean, you're an adult. You got to do it.
Two people that really loved each other at one point. And let's be real. We were two people that really loved each other at one point. You feel me? No one wins when the family feuds. Point blank in a period. And one thing that y'all can't ever take away from me is how much I love that man and how much I've held him down and how solid I've been to him.
You a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
Stop it. Use a gold digging 304. You got to desire the outcome, but quit acting like you some wholesome wife. You known for showing your body and being a sex symbol or whatever you call yourself. You know, stop the cap.
Yeah, that movie she did with Leonardo DiCaprio, man, that shit was sad. I mean, I get it's a movie and she acting, but just the stereotypical, they kind of like Halle Berry monster ball her and that shit, and it wasn't a good movie. It wasn't a good movie at all. Even like the corny ass lines, like, first of all, she was like a crazy adrenaline junkie that also was I don't know what the fuck, prostitute to the white general man. Then she got pregnant by him, so you let him hit raw, but it was just supposed to be for the benefit of her getting caught. I think the nigga called her or something, but I don't know. It was a lot going on. She like ate his ass. I don't know. It was a lot going on. Shit, they basically just porn starred, ghetto gagged her in the movie. Like that's what I took from it. And it's like even the little corny line, she was like, "This pussy don't pop for you." I'm like, who the fuck wrote that shit? Who talks like that? Ain't no black woman saying no, leave a note, "This pussy don't pop for you." Like, come on, gang. That shit was distasteful. I'm not gonna lie. That shit was embarrassing. Just, it ain't even have like no good substance to it. Like the character herself was just like, it was corny. And it was like, okay, so that's how y'all treat the black female in that role for that movie. At least Monster Ball, even though they kind of did the same thing, it had more, it was like the movie was better, like the actual quality of the movie. That shit there was just like, I don't even know if I want you to be my girl no more after playing a role like that.
I don't know anybody who kids should be looking up to you.
Agreed. But once again, the modern woman, they know how to pick their leaders. They know how to pick their champions. What does it take to be a modern woman's champion? Be in the limelight, have a body that they think is T. You know what I mean? Be a part of the it girls. And this is her to the T. She married a 6'7" NBA player. What greater accomplishment? Then he cheated and she got half his bread. She won. Like she won and Shump put her in position to go dig and win. It have to be this way. And he took accountability. So I made bad decisions and did, Ninja.
Love is the most important thing. And that's something that was snatched away from the both of us.
Yeah.
So
Might
to
be
think
respect,
that even
actually.
if that was the case, that I took something from him to, you know,
I think respect is the most important thing, because somebody can love you and disrespect the fuck out of you, not treat you right. They can have love for you for real too. It don't always go hand in hand. They can actually have love for you or love you and still be a fucked up person to you. Some people just can't defeat their demons. Some people can't. They can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I've met people in my lifetime that truly, I know for a fact, truly love me, but they just was fucked up people. Like they had things internally within themselves that they needed to face that they just couldn't defeat. So it didn't allow them to respect and, love me properly. They love me, but they didn't love me the right way with the respect that I deserve.
get a house and get a car and boom, boom, boom. Like, that shit means nothing. That means nothing. That means nothing. That means nothing at all. I never tried to send Iman to jail. I'm still not trying to send Iman to jail.
I would hope not.
However, I have to file a motion to get him to leave me alone so we can both go and live our life in peace. Like, I'm confused because y'all know peace is what I want. Like, I don't want no smoke, bruh. Like, I'm too...
I don't believe it.
You left him only $2 million. You just took houses, cars, shit, maybe even sponsorship from this man. This man has to get it from the ground up. Now, mind you, I don't know particularly y'all situation or whatever after y'all divorce, whatever. I don't know, what I'm saying, how much of in the life he is with his child, but I guarantee that he probably is there for his child. But at the same time, your problem is not his problem no more. You divorced him and got in a whole nother relationship right after you divorced him.
Thank you.
You ain't asking Aaron Pierre, where was he at when you about to get,
That's who you're supposed to be calling.
Now, mind you, black women should not be getting no threats at all, straight up. But I'm just saying, it don't make sense to me how you trying to blame him and get mad at him for kind of being nonchalant about the situation. I mean, bro, you took him for everything. If anybody had followed the story and know the situation, they know how much money you took from this man in a divorce settlement. You took houses, like...
Or you let her tell it. Cool, they came in with what they left with what they came in with.
For real. He's not in the league no more, so he's not getting no league money. You know what I'm saying? So he's got to get it how he live. He's probably so worried about trying to get it how he live versus worried about you going into the, when New York won the championship or whatever, won the finals.
Listen, like I said, Iman is not a victim, especially if he done did some things to cause whatever happened. This is just more of a cautionary. This is why the date market is what it is today.
Yeah, I said that.
Women earlier are harlots and the men are not getting married to these women, not taking them serious. They see stuff like this happening and they like, this ain't going to be me.
Yeah.
So all this does.
If you smart, a wise man learn from others, from other mistakes. I don't have to make the same mistake that I seen you make. I'm going to learn from your mistakes and make sure I don't follow in those footsteps. So we going to end the video right there. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the video. If you ain't subscribed to me and you been checking me out, or this might be your first time watching me, if you made it this far to the end of the video, just show your boy some love. Subscribe. It don't take nothing. It's free. Hit the subscribe button. I'm almost at 500 subs, small goal. I'm going to keep saying that till we hit it. And then from there, we going to go to the next milestone. But until then, y'all have a great day. Be great. We out. Peace.